It should be me holding your hands. That should be me making you laugh. That should be me. This is so sad. That should be me. That should be me. That should be me. Alright. What's good, YouTube? It's Karuko here, and I'm back with another performance review. But this time it's of the New Balance 282, which I'm pretty sure is Kawhi's line of shoe. If you guys missed my last video was of the WXY 808s, which I did about 2-3 weeks ago. So if you guys want to check that video, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to be able to watch that. But today we're doing the 282s, and these have been out for a while, but I just started getting more into looking for the best basketball shoes that give you the best performance and that have the best comfortability, cushioning setup, and support. And I want to review them to be able to give that to you guys, so you guys know what are the best basketball shoes, not only for 2022 but just long term. If you want to get basketball shoes, I think the two most important things are, or I will say three: cushioning setup and like comfortability, which goes hand in hand, which is one thing. Support, and then traction is, I think, the biggest thing. If you don't have traction, that should be a deal breaker for the shoe. I'm going to get into why this shoe is so great and why I think you should get them if you want to get them as well. They have a few different colorways, so if you guys want to go for the original color that they have out, or there's a bright blue, and then there's these are on sale as well. So at Foot Locker, I don't know, this is for Canadians, but I'm not sure for Americans. If you go to Foot Locker, these are on sale for $127 instead of being originally $150 or $160ish, I think. So this is definitely a steal. If you want to get usually basketball shoes are very expensive for us on this side, so if you want to get a steal of a shoe with great performance and everything for a cheaper price, definitely look at the 282s. Another shoe I've been looking at is the PG6s. So if this video gets 50 likes, I'll be sure to order some PG6s and get that review out for you guys as soon as possible. Just get this video to 50 likes and we'll keep it going like that. Every video I review. I'm not going to only be doing basketball shoes. I'm also going to be doing shoes that you can walk out, just go on walks for, your everyday shoes that you want to be comfortable in, and shoes you want to go out and dress up with for, like anything. If you guys are looking for shoes to get, shoes that I have, I'm going to be reviewing. Without further ado, we're going to get into the video. So first and foremost, we're going to start with the cushioning setup and the comfortability of the shoe. The shoe is definitely comfortable, like stepping comfort right out the box. You don't have to break anything in. And then you have the insole of the shoe. The insole of the shoe is pretty thin, but it's still pretty, like, it's pretty soft, the insole of the shoe, but it's not a crazy thick insole. If you guys can see, it's and then you have the inside of the shoe with the struggle board here, and this is just as comfortable as you step in. So not only is this soft and the padding on this is soft and comfortable, but you have a lot of bounce back in the struggle board here and compression, which makes it very comfortable. And the shoe's very low to the it's pretty low to the ground, so you have a good amount of court feel when you're playing, which is something I feel is very important to have when you're playing in a basketball shoe. So for comfortability and the cushioning setup, I'm definitely going to give that an 8 on 10, 9 on 10, I would say, in this shoe. The next biggest thing is the traction, obviously. Obviously, like I said, right out the box, you don't have to break anything in. The traction bites extremely well. Even before I used them on my wood floors, I was testing the traction, and the bite, even on my dusty home wood floors, the bite is crazy. Like, you wouldn't expect to have to not break something in, but this is, I would definitely put this in like the top 5 shoes of the year. Right next to the WXY 808 They have a great bite. They're comfortable. They're one of those shoes that you don't have to wipe. Like, you can play in it all day without having to wipe. And that's one of the things you want out of the shoe. You don't want to always be having to wipe or feel like you're not safe in the shoe because you're sliding out. Like with my Trae Youngs, I had a men's league game last week, and I had the Trae Youngs on at first, and those pick up a lot of dust, and it's very hard to get those like wiped off when you're playing mid-game, and you slide out a lot. And I was playing defense, and I can't lie, I was getting cooked on defense. I couldn't stick for my life, and the Trae Youngs just kept sliding out on me, and I couldn't do anything about it. So good thing I had my WXYs in my bag, so I just switched onto those when we called timeout or whatever, and I was good for the rest of the game. But traction's a big thing you want in your shoe, and this shoe has that. Dust pickup is very minimal. Obviously I wiped it a few times, but even then you can see I picked up a few things, but those few things that you pick up don't really change anything at all. So traction for me is 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 for sure. Now going for the support of the shoe, this is like a high top, I would say. I would say this is a high top, mid-cut high top, I would say. The support of the shoe is really good. You have a good amount of ankle support. You don't slide around in the shoe at all. When you're in the shoe, you're in the shoe. When you get a good bite, you don't slide out in the shoe at all. Your foot's caged in. You get a lot of ventilation from the toe area, because the padding is not thick at all. So when you blow into the toe of the shoe, you'll feel the airflow, some airflow come. So the ventilation is good when you're playing in the shoe. One thing I don't like about the support, I would say, is on the inside of your ankle, you have that ball. The ball of your ankle on the inside, which goes like right here on the shoe where this padding is. And I was about to play my men's league game Sunday, and I realized that something was hurting me. Like, we were warming up to get ready to play, and something was hurting my ankle like really bad, and I was wondering what it is. So I sat down, and it was just hurting, and I was looking all around the shoe to figure out what it was. And you might not notice, but I don't know if other people had this problem with the shoe, but this padding here is pretty rough around this, like around the whole edge of the padding is pretty rough. So then you have this padding here, and then this padding connects together. And when they connect together and you tie your shoes and they're pressing against that ball on your ankle, it's a lot of pressure, and it hurts a lot. And I still feel it from when I had it like that before I fixed it. So if you want to fix for that, if you have these shoes and you're feeling that problem, you could tie it however tight you want. I realized that even if you tie it very lightly and put the padding in the same way, your foot will still hurt the same, because the padding on the tongue here, on the surrounding padding is pretty rough, so it hurts you regardless. So what I did, you could tie your shoes however you want to. I tie my shoes pretty tight just so I feel extra support and make sure my ankles are pretty safe. What you do, you tie your shoes, and then instead of having it here on the padding, when you tie your shoes super tight, you're gonna turn the padding over, basically, or like swing it around so it's not against this padding hurting the ball of your foot. It doesn't do the same thing for the other side of your ankle, like the other side of the ball of your foot. It only does it for the insides. So when you're playing in the shoe, make sure you just turn the padding a little bit so that it's not on the inside of the ball of your ankle. So basically the things you need for the shoe is cushion, the cushioning setup, support of the shoe, traction, and comfortability. Another thing is impact protection. Heel to toe transition also is very good. You see a lot of forefoot flex. Heel to toe transition is good, but impact protection is another thing, which is the last thing I'm going to be talking about in the shoe. I'll post a clip in like either now or at the end of the video where you see me dunking the ball. You can see me come down on my foot. You can see the heel here definitely has some compression in it. You can see, and there's bounce back when you come back down on your foot, so it doesn't hurt when you're not just straight hitting into the ground. This shoe helps you come back off the ground, and it feels comfortable. It doesn't hurt when you hit the ground. So all in all, I think I would rate this shoe a solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10. This is definitely this and the WXYs are definitely going to be my go-tos for the coming time, because my Trae Youngs don't compare. My Kobe's are pretty much run out. The traction on it is pretty much wiped out, so I can't even use those anymore. So the WXYs and the New Balance 2A2s are definitely going to be the shoes I use the most. If you guys want to see me get the PG6s, make sure you guys get this video to 50 likes, and I will get the PG6s because I know those are another top contender for one of the best shoes for 2022 so far, or just best shoes in basketball in general. And that's what you want. You want shoes long term throughout the years, that you don't have to keep investing money into shoes and feel like you're wasting money on shoes because they're not lasting you a good enough amount of time and they're not treating you well. So the shoes I'm going to be showing you guys most of the time is going to be shoes that you can invest your money in and feel content in what you're getting, because you know it'll last you a long time. For my Canadians, these shoes are on sale on Foot Locker. I'm not sure for Americans, but for my Canadians out there, I know these shoes are on sale for $127 on Foot Locker. So I got these, and it was definitely a steal. Instead of paying $150 or $160 before tax for them, you pay $127 before tax, and you can get your hands on these and have one of the best basketball shoes in the year so far and for the years to come. So if you guys want to see me review the PG6s, make sure you guys hit 50 likes on this video. And if there's any other shoes you guys think I should review, leave them in the comment down below. I appreciate you guys all. Stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll be sure to catch you guys in the next video. Much love.